Daisy, finest healer. Daisy, she's got her super squad. Liquid. Here, you sing your superhero. Sing your superhero song. What was it again? Liquid, what was it?
Liquid motion.
Liquid motion. Sing your superhero song.
I haven't made it up with you. Haven't made a liquid motion song yet.
Liquid motion. He is a ninja. Watch this. Air punch. Air punch. Block it. Ah. Air punch. Battle. Use your love fist missiles. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Every punch goes like this. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. So, this game is called Wake Up the Yuppies. Except we're not really waking them up because we're just across from a parking lot and a restaurant and restaurants. And then these are all offices. So no one can hear us. Hey, want to know something, superhero? Okay, remember how I went in the restaurant next door and I ordered all my food and I said thank you. And I bowed to them. I said, you guys know I don't believe in money. And then I walked out. The restaurant right next door. So then the parking lot, I told them, I said, look, the community and I are concerned. You guys got to get rid of these rat traps. You can't have poison because we're all connected. We love our little fur friends. And everyone had to have a beaver hat. You know that? Before we were here in this land, there were beaver everywhere. And everyone's like, oh, look at him. He does have a beaver hat. Everyone had to have this poor animal on their head. Guess what? We have no beavers now. We'll never know what it's like to live with otters and beavers and grizzly bears used to walk on this beach. Everyone killed all the grizzly bears. They would kill them while, they would kill them while they're hibernating. This still happens. So, and also most of our seafood, our meat, it all comes from slavery and torture, incredible suffering. So what we do is we tickle torture. Tickle, tickle, tickle. All of the workers, we say, you're coming with me. We're gonna tell your boss that we tickle torture superhero kidnapped you. Tickle, tickle. We will have topless women transport them because topless women, number one, boobies are for children. Number two, boobies decrease violence. Think about that. If you got boobies, you're not gonna be violent. And then the other thing that boobies do, once they decrease violence, they increase the creativity, the trust, the connection, and the collaboration. Boobies are magic. So we go in and we just like, stop torturing those animals. You're gonna get a torture, a tickle torture, a tickle, tickle. And they'll be stunned. They'll be like, they'll be thinking in their head like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this. This causes a lot of suffering. I don't like it. Let me have some love juice instead. Yes, look at these cute animals. Look at how cute they are. They're born alone without a mom their whole life. They don't get a mom. What? You all get a tickle torture. You must have not been really loved by your mom. That's the only reason you do this. Someone hurt you. Get over here. You're so lovable. And then you grab the workers. Come here right now. Your mom and dad, did they kiss you like this a lot? I love you so much. Look at you. Did they always caress you like this? Look how your hair does a fluff. I love it. Look, you have bedhead. You haven't even taken your braid out. But you're so cute. Oh, you're the most doobadoodle. The most in the world. Did your mom and dad do that? And then they'll cry. No, that's why I torture animals. I just kill little baby animals all the time because I was not given the love. Of course you were violent. These poor farmers. They would never torture animals. These poor greedy government leaders and trillionaires, they never got love. Their parents probably just showered them in riches, like my parents, and gave them many nannies and treats, and they could call Zero and get a butler, but they never had a deep connection ever. So then when they see these poor people or this kind of people or the people with the scruff or the people with the dust, They're like, oh, look at the scruffaloffs. Oh, look at the dustadongas. Look at the boo-bubbly blues. And then every time you say, oh, look at the, you're not saying, look at you. Oh, look at you. Because that's what their parents did to them. They didn't say, look at you. Did your parents give you unconditional love or was it conditional? That's beautiful. So your parents looked at you and they said, oh, look at you. Look at you. They didn't say, look at you. Yeah, see? Isn't that beautiful? He's an angel. I attract angels now because I do the work. See, my parents didn't do that to me. They looked at me, they go, look at you. And they have this thing called tough love where they do an intervention and they're like, look, until you brush yourself off, we're going to cut you off completely and outcast you from the family. You will no longer exist in our world. It's like you were never born before. And you're just like, what? But tribe is forever. Could you believe that? Rich people are way more likely to do that to each other. They'll even kill each other in order to go get the throne or go get the riches or go get that money. It's true. By the way, you guys, I woke up like 4 a.m. I woke up at like 3 a.m. this morning. I get up at 3 a.m. 4. I went to bed at 5:30. I woke up at like 3 a.m. this morning. I get up at 3 a.m. 4. I went to bed at 5:30. Audio, you guys. Is the audio okay? Okay, good. So I sleep a lot. I cry a lot. I allow myself to cry. Like this morning, I've been researching a lot, and I researched like Thailand. There's a big thing in like enslaving fishermen, and they're like slave labor is real. It's all over. Most of our food comes from some type of enslavement. This hurts us, and we don't see it. We don't see it, especially right here. Beautiful. You don't see it. But guess what? I see it. I see the traces of it. I see like the traps with the poison. I see the snares. I see the enforcers coming. Instead of bringing the resources, they're bringing the violence. I'm able to see all of this. And because I have open eyes and I'm looking, and you guys, I want something to prop the device. There we go. Okay. Because I'm looking, I'm able to see it, and I'm able to ask creative questions like, what more can we do? Hey, goddess. So I'm proposing these 5 steps for global liberation, okay? And first of all, I'm not even going to leave the beach. I'm going to stay right here. I do not leave the beach. Oh, you're not going to get me to go all over the world. You're right. I'm not going to go all over the country marching. I'm going to stay right here at the beach, chillaxing, talking to my neighbors. Maybe I'll go to LA or in the outskirts, like OC. You know, I gotta go get my kids. By the BTW, I'm gonna start interviewing everyone about why I need to see my kids. And I'm gonna ask them, like, tell me more about, like, why Daisy's children would benefit from having her in their world. And it's gonna be beautiful. This is what I propose, because the pain of my kids is why I'm doing this. I got nothing to lose, and that's the way I'm gonna begin the story. So the 5 steps of global liberation were created because my 3 kids were taken away from me. So the 5 steps of global liberation comes from all of us have this underlying fear that the domination systems will come and get us. And if they come and get us, our worst fear is like they're gonna get our kids, they're gonna get us, right? So my worst fears were realized, like they got me over and over again to the point where now I know how not to get gotten. I also know where not to get gotten, but this requires collaboration with the ones who are getting, which means I must stay where I've made those relationships, which is Santa Monica, right, goddess? Don't they say Daisy? Yeah, him too. Everyone knows my brother here. Tell him how many years you've been here. 31 years. 37 years. 37 years. 82. 82? Yeah. 82, that's 42 years. 42. Really? Yes, 82. Yes. I was born in 81. Okay, so the way I created the 5 steps of global liberation is they took my kids and I did everything they asked. At one point I was drug testing 4 times a week. I was getting these stacks of paper that I was turning in, like completion letters, parenting classes of multiple kinds, doing all of the tests they want, meeting with my social worker, meeting with my therapist, meeting with all these people. And I kept getting a stack from them like this, like talking about what I was doing wrong. And my family turned against me. I realized that the way the system is set up, there's a lot of funding and separating families and locking people up, that it's big business, and that there's a lot of money spent on investigating and going to court and enforcing and violence and transportation and imprisonment, like things that hurt us. Like a lot of resources go into this. And no resources go into love, compassion, building relationships, building trust. I started to do it myself when I started to get arrested. And this is how I created the 5 steps of global liberation, because I started to see, as long as I took these steps with me, when I went to jail, the prison people would hand me off and they'd say, high compliance, high compliance. And I guess that's like a label they use. And that was the label in Orange County. And I'm pretty sure it was the same in LA County. You immediately get special privileges, okay? They're basically like, this one is on our side and she's gonna do what we want. And there's even a hierarchy in being locked up. And when you're locked up, even the prison people, the guards and people will put someone at the top so that there's others at the bottom. And then the ones at the bottom, they make sure that they also know who they are. So when they hand them off, they're gonna be like, da-da-da-da. And then they're gonna have a label too. And then they might even have like a color to say like, oh yeah, like this color uniform, like these people are like and then these people you better watch out, and then these people are you be careful with, and these people are. So in doing this, obviously we're not meeting people where they're at. We're labeling them and pointing at them. We're not joining them in collaboration to heal, to learn and grow. So I started to do this. I started to connect with the officers. They started to tell me stuff. Things started to get more heart-centered. And I was able to enjoy doing what they asked. I also enjoyed letting them know, hey, listen to me. Everything that you guys say, I'm going to do it. And if you don't say it, unless I'm anticipating like this is something I'm supposed to do and I know it, otherwise I am not going to do anything unless you tell me. I'm going to do exactly what you say, and you're going to have absolutely no problems with me. I'm going to be very life enriching in your world. Trust me. You're going to like having me around in your job. And I just let him know right off the bat. I'm just giving you some foresight of what your experience is going to be like with me. And then the whole time they're just like, oh. I don't even have to do anything with my behavior. I just set this intention with them, and I'm just letting them know off the bat, hey, this is my intention. It's a proclamation. It's not just an affirmation. I'm letting you know. And I'm not asking anything back. This is how I'm gonna consistently show up. And as soon as I let them know that, it's like, oh yeah. If we do, like, the way that we have it now is we withhold the need. And if someone's not doing what we want, so I immediately said, I'm going to do everything you want. So now my needs are immediately going to get met. And that's what high compliance is they're like, meet her needs. Dude, when they brought me in, there were women in the holding cells that you have to stay in for 24 hours screaming their head off. And they let me sit out by the phones until 9 o'clock at night. And then at the end, they were kind of like, hey, this is the very, very latest that we can let you stay out. Kind of like letting me know, like, this is the very last second that we could let you out. I was like, dang, thanks. Like, I appreciate you. I recognize that, I'm being given these privileges, and I want you to know that I got your back, and I'm going to use these extra privileges by making sure that I am a very life-enriching presence in this facility. This facility is going to see me as an agent of enhancing and moving everyone towards their goals together. I'm going to be very positive influence here. I just let them know. And yeah, I acknowledge too. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. Like, yeah, I was not expecting this at all. You didn't have to do that. And I'm going to keep showing up. You're going to want to do more for me. And yeah, like this is just who I am, especially in this environment. I do really well in these systems. I don't want to be here, but I'm letting you know I do well here.
It's like a reverse Stockholm syndrome.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like where
I do well in. I'm institution. When I was 5 years old, my mom sent me. We were living in the United States Embassy, and she would, in our world, we each had our own nanny. We had a butler, and there was like a Marine base in our structure, the Panama U.S. Panamanian U.S. Embassy. Yeah, when Noriega was there. So I got sent to all the way to New York City from Panama because I was like autistic.
I have 5 years old.
Yeah, because I was showing. I was like basically showing acting like an autistic kid.
Again, but you're a 5-year-old child.
Yeah, and I was like very like sometimes it's associated with touch. I was very, very like touchy feely.
Like a little spastic, maybe. Or not like spastic, but like you're always like yeah, you're just moving, and then they think that's like, oh, now you're like you're crazy, so that's
stemming.
Stemming, yeah, stemming or stemming, and then they think that you're like, let's go spend money, and then let's go.
It wasn't just that. It was a lot of other things. But basically, when you're a child who is enduring physical, psychological, different types of, disruptions, like especially sexual at a very early age, and this is being done to you, and when you experience violence like that when you're a kid, you act out certain ways. And is it nature? Is it nurture? Trauma makes us a genius. Because it gets us in different parts of our brain where we gotta problem solve, we gotta figure it out. However, we don't want to act on trauma, we want to act from our heart. And when I was speaking to the guards, I was not acting from my logical brain, because from my genius brain. I was coming from a part that doesn't know and just trusts. I was not coming from logic. And the part that doesn't know and just trusts and doesn't have it figured out, is not strategizing. That part is actually the genius part. And our logistical brain, like we may be able to impress people. I can impress people with my vocabulary and my articulation and such. However, I know that is not my genius. That is used to assist my genius. Just as all of my other gifts and talents and all of our other gifts and talents. And the way that we're meant to use these gifts and talents is to benefit the whole. I want freedom, and we are not free until the whole world, all beings are free. I want freedom, and we are not free until all beings are loved and given kindness and care. I want freedom for the birds, and I want us to consider Earth. I want freedom. Let's release animals into the wild. Let's not have pets anymore. Let's get rid of roads and cars and find new ways to travel where we levitate off of the ground and nature grows around us, and then we have pathways of travel, not just for us, but for animals, and we restore plains by removing fences and create a high-tech heaven on earth, because we are frozen in time and space. So I realized we're not free because I was like, okay, they took my kids. I was just like, I'm not doing any of this. I'm going to feel the pinch of the market economy. So then they terminated my rights. I appealed. They're basically like, no, you did the 388. You did the this form. You did the appeal. They're like, there's nothing else you could do. It's up to the caregivers. I'm trying everything. I'm getting arrested. I'm going to jail. I was just so over it. I came to the beach with everything I owned. And I just figured the homeless are the walk us home. They're not the homeless. They're the walk us home. I'm going to unite all of us. I'm going to go out here, be one of us. And I moved to the beach with everything I owned. Multiple times over the past 5 years. Now I live in the projects. I love it. I'm with my people. And those are my people. You know, I get home this morning and from a little skate. My brother's already outside. It was like 4 a.m. or something. And we get up early. We get up before the sun. We go to bed early. We have a different lifestyle. And when you live outside, most of us go in the projects and we move in sleeping on the floor because we're used to having nothing. We're used to sleeping on the floor. These are my people. The yuppies who are like used to things prim and proper. They're containing their trauma. Things are good or great for them. And that's the enemy of ecstasy and oneness and divinity, right? When things are great. Things are amazing. Okay, you're gonna settle then. And this is the Dark Ages. And there are light beings in the Dark Ages. Light beings, flow motion. Light beings, Mermaid, Frankie, Shala, and Dtvh. We are light beings We are light beings in an age of darkness and sleeping. We are light. We are light. Imagine if all of the rich people decided never to ever sell out again. Imagine if all the rich people decided to buy all of the land and give it back to nature. Imagine that, yuppies. Imagine if all of you said, you're not the homeless, you're the walk us home. Imagine. I love that world because it is the Dark Ages. And I decided I was going to be a being of light. So here's the 5 steps of global liberation. If we live in the Dark Ages, that's domination. Domination uses the most amount of force and control and the least amount of love and care and kindness, okay? If you're a professional, you're just nice. You don't care, all right? So, and it gets worse if you're like, just trust me. All right. In the West, we have no idea. Like, most of the world is enslaved children because of us. The bricks that build our buildings, like everything you could think of, our seafood, some form of it comes from slavery. So this is the Dark Ages. In the Age of Light, we say the jig is up. Step 1, the domination systems hurt us. So we turn our will and our life, that's step number 2, over to love God and nature. And we don't just do God, we got to do love, God, and nature. Because we do love, it's the most love, care, and kindness. You got to have that. Okay? You got to care. It can't just be like the Catholic nuns. Oh my gosh. With those orphanages that separated the babies and all those babies died. Oh my God. They stressed themselves to death. It hurts my body. In the name of God. Like, no. You have to have love, care, kindness. It's just like, oh, the things that weren't done in the name of God. Superheroes! Keep up the good work. Love you guys. I know they love us. Okay, those are the 5-0. Okay, so step number 2, you need love with God. Everyone knows what God is, but I want to explain it. God is not something outside of you. God is not those nuns. Like, no, we know that by now. God is a voice inside. So if it's God with love, then God comes from inside. Don't listen to an authority. Don't listen to your parent. Don't listen to the government. Don't listen to the market economy. Don't listen to the culture. Stop. Stop it. Listen to God. It's inside. Our programming's messed up. Stop it. We gotta co-create from somewhere different. Because these are past wounds. They don't even belong to us. Not having beavers, being afraid of everything, wanting to poison out this belongs to someone else. We would never choose to poop and pee in water knowing what we know. We would never burn down. You know that I had an opportunity to buy forest land in West Virginia, and I knew that I could buy this land, a lot of land, sell all of the wood, cut down all the forest, sell the wood for more than I bought the land for, and then sell the land again because now it's cleared out for a developer, and make my money 3 times. Do you know how evil that is? I couldn't do it. And I was a rich woman. I was like, oh, I'm making more money, but more rich. I give my mama some money, give my brother some money. That's what they think. It's like hoarding. Gimme, gimme, gimme. No, that hurts us. So, okay. So that's what nature is. We got to include nature. So love God, nature. Okay? Step 3. You got to find your meaning and purpose. So now if you're listening to God and you're not a worker, like, you got to sit in the space of not knowing. All right? So step 2 is about crying buckets of tears, not knowing. And you sit in that space of not knowing while you turn it over to love God and nature. And you don't know. For once in our life, we don't know, and we do not try to research what to do. Learn how to do nothing. And listen to God. Just listen. Please, I love God and nature. Come in. Listen to nature. Okay, listen to God. Okay. And then the answers come. Okay, then you go to step 3 after the answers come. That's why you got to read my book. It's going to be free. It's going to be published. Step 3 is you find your meaning and purpose. You are here to bring incredible positive change. It is not true that you're a worker. It is not true that you're a student. You are a master right here, right now. I don't care if you're a 1-year-old baby. You dig and climb and eat weird stuff and find out if it tastes good or not. Your caregivers will be plentiful. It will not be one caregiver for 10 babies anymore. No, it's going to be the other way around. That's so unnatural. Why would we do this? And when we do this, we separate babies from the rest of us. Why would we do this? This hurts us. The rest of us are missing the babies. The rest of us are missing the animals, right? So step 3, we literally come together again, because when we're masters, we've released the resistance in giving, receiving, learning, and teaching, those 4 areas. Superheroes create because they're chosen. And we choose because we're the chosen. We're the creators. We're divine. We're love, God, and nature. We are God. That's why we look inside to listen to God. And then we co-worship instead of codependent. We interdependence instead of e-mesh. We collaborate to meet needs instead of becoming e-meshed. And now I'm super attached to what you do. What are you going to do? What do you do? Now, step 4 is we don't have to be like, what do you do? What do you do? That's nuclear family. That's a wound. That hurts us. Nuclear family is needed in order to enslave the masses, because if you're going to break up a tribe, now you have to have a nuclear family, because every man gets to have a woman, and then you enslave the woman, send her here, enslave the man, send him here, enslave the baby, send him here, and then someone gets paid to watch the baby, someone gets paid to watch the kid, someone gets paid to teach the big kid, someone gets paid to teach. It's like, no. Guess who benefits from this? Like, probably like 3 people for every billion of us.
Yeah, literally.
And then, no, the answer is not, well, let's go kill those 3 people. No, that's not the answer. The answer is, let's go tickle torture them. And don't you dare hurt them or touch them if they don't consent. Don't you dare ever touch them if your intention is to hurt them. And don't you touch them unless it is with the intention to elevate, love, and heal them. And don't you dare touch them unless they consent. And then you tickle torture. And sometimes, maybe for a long time, it's going to be an air tickle torture. Maybe they'll turn their head. They won't even receive that. And then it's just like a tickle. Okay? So we just honor each other's consent. It's 555. So I am speaking this knowing that this is truth. And that there's a softer part of us that it's not that we're more loving, it's that is our truth, that's our biology. And we know that this violence hurts all of us, that there's nothing anyone can do, because if you go back in the chain, someone did something to them that was unthinkable. So how are you going to now do violence on this one when they wouldn't be doing this unless someone did the unthinkable violence on them? And now you're going to literally do unthinkable violence on them. Putting someone in jail, putting someone in probation, taking away their kids, doing that is unthinkable violence. So this doesn't work. So now what we want to do instead is we replace the nuclear family. That's where we pay everyone to do everything, right? Now we replace the nuclear family. Step 4 is all about gather your soul tribe. This is when we no longer participate in any market economy. We no longer are available for any type of government or enforcing. This is when we come together. Step 4 is all about our fellowships. Some will love to show up on people's worst day. They are not enforcers. Those are love crusaders, empathy angels. We will tickle torture the police. We're like, oh, we'll get the Disney prince. He's the most handsome man in all of the land. The Venice Beach Disney prince. I have the biggest crush on him in the world. And we will tickle torture him. I will get to tickle torture him the most. Tickle. His name is Ian Lippman. Or Sean Lippman. He's given me so many. I've gotten so many different names from him. Oh, he's so playful. So we'll tickle torture all those enforcers. In fact, leave the hunks to me. All of the military guys. I love men in uniform. They're so hot. You guys know that King Big Ben is very high up in the military. Like, I'm like, oh, save for later. Why do you think I love Donald Trump? He's the number one in charge. Put on that military jumpsuit, baby. I just love it. You know that they get tested every year? They say, look, if you're not at this level of glory and hunkness, then you must pump it up. They even make them wear special watches. They're like, are you pumping iron and exercising? And they measure and test them. They're like, you gotta look at this hunk over here. He's at a level 10. You hunks over here, you're like a 9.2. I need you to be more like a 9.6 level hunk. Scale just goes to 10. Oh, these hunks are off the chart. It's incredible. You should see the goddesses in the military. So we're going to tickle torture all the enforcers. We'll transport them to me. You want to know what one of the goddesses did in that parking lot? She ran out. She goes, Daisy, you're not allowed in this parking lot. I looked at her. I go, Goddess, you're so playful chasing me around like this. I go, I love you so much. We're going to come back and play chase every day. I go, you're not going to tell me where to skate. I got to come back. Next time I'm going to chase you and I'm going to tickle you and give you a hug because I love your fluffy hair. I want my hair to be really fluffy like yours. She went back in her little, she has a cute little house. Oh, it's adorable. Her parking lot, she's a wise goddess. She's got a little house in her parking lot this is her view. She looks off a cliff to the ocean. And there's baby squirrels and trees and little white flowers everywhere. I mean, it's not really that many flowers, but she's pretty wise. And she likes to play chase like me. I really think she and I could be friends. I can let her know. I can be like, hey, goddess, I noticed that you hang out right where I hang out. And I'm the one that got the community together to get rid of all those rat traps. Uh-huh. Yeah, we gotta go get the rest of that one we smashed. They didn't clean it. I wanted them to clean it. Yeah, it's on the side. They only cleaned the one right there. I guess they had to clean that one. No rat traps. Okay, so step 4, we gather our soul tribe. And then we don't have to feel alone anymore. There's 3 wounds of domination system. Separation hurts us. That wound is now mended with our tribe. The other 2 wounds are scarcity and lack of our meaning and purpose. So step 3 is the meaning and purpose. And then the scarcity comes, that comes when we come together. Then we create abundance instead. So then the step 5 of global liberation is we carry the message. And in the 12 steps, it's attraction rather than promotion, but it's different with global liberation. We use the most amount of love and care and kindness and the least amount of force and control but we still use force and control. If we are angry and unresourced, we do not go there. We do not use violence. We do not. We discharge in healthy ways. We do not hurt each other. We stop that because we are beings of light. We don't do that anymore. We don't even talk about it. We don't threaten each other. We don't retaliate. No more weapons. That's old stinkiness. Big babies talk about that kind of stuff. Those babies need to be picked up by the sugar baby elite and breastfed and put back down with the diaper changed, and not even literally breastfed. They need to be given some empathy and wound the baby mama wounds, because they were not picked up as a crying baby if they were rich. They were left in a crib like I was. And so was my mom. And so are many other of us. And it's time to heal that. That violence comes from a deep, 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 dark place. And that's why we're in the deep, 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 dark ages. And that's why we gotta blast off. And that's what step 5 is. We don't give an option. The whole entire planet will be liberated at once. And I'm not going to leave the beach just because I made the 5 steps of global liberation. I'm not leaving the beach. I don't want to. I'm going to stay right here. I love it here. I don't want to leave. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to liberate the beach. And the whole world is watching us. The whole world will follow. The whole world will awaken. Because love is forceful. Love is kind and caring and forceful. Love uses force, like the water. It doesn't come in and just like use violence and imprison and cruelty and allow suffering to just keep going and going and going and fester and do things that don't work and do insanity over and over again. You know it doesn't work, you keep doing it. So we're going to liberate the planet, and it's not a choice. It's not a choice this time. 12 steps is all about attraction. Like, you got a choice. There's no choice. And we do this with the doobadoodles. You know, you do it with love. I do it all the time. I do it with some of the most sick and violent people in the world. I come to Venice Beach. It is the most dangerous beach in the country. In my country, United States of America. And I want it to be our world, our planet. And I want to belong to the earth. I don't want to own earth. So let me be clear when I say the United States. I want it to be the united planet and I want it to be the united universe, so that we could see all the aliens, because they're waiting for us. If you were an alien, you would not hang out with us. We're so violent. You'd be like, oh, let's let them grow up. Let's give them some more technology. Let's give them some more empathy. Let's infiltrate. The Galactic Federation will infiltrate their internet and infuse it with love and collaboration and joy of being one with nature and all of life and creation. And the aliens wait patiently because they know how to use the most amount of love and care and the least amount of force and control. And it is very kind of them to not interrupt us more abruptly. I believe that they're doing interruptions. I wish that the aliens would come in and, like, you know, I don't claim to have, like, seen them, but they certainly talk to me in my head and call me things like Dear One. And I'm pretty sure it's goddesses who I scream to. And they're called the Pleiadians, and most of them are women. And, like, sometimes I go, goddesses! 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 Please, goddesses! Goddesses, I'm right here! Yeah, I get kind of frustrated because I want to see them. Yeah. It's up to us, though. That's what they said. They said, dear ones, it's up to you guys, that you guys got to do it. And I say things like, I feel so alone. And they say, you are never alone, and you never have been alone. We've always been here. We're your brothers and sisters. We've been here with you through the ages. And I just like, okay, well, could you please like give me a ride in the spaceship? Can I go on a ride along? Could you please come to my window? I'll look at the clouds. I'll be like, and then I'll see them like, I'm like, yep. They're like, I'm like, come here. And they're like, that's like the most I'll see is just like, it's like just enough to be like, a doo-ba-doo, a doo-ba-doo. I'm like, all right, could you doo-ba-doo over here? And they don't. Why? Goddesses, why? I think I might be one of them too. Because apparently they have perfect bone structure and are extremely charismatic and humble like me. Do you hear the birds? What did they do? What did they do? I like to sing with them.
Yeah.
I was like, what's in that tree? Look, you guys. It's a flamingo dragon. Goddess, you look so graceful. You look like a panther goddess. There are awakeners scattered all over the world just like me. And Marshall Rosenberg, when he created nonviolent communication, he would talk about global liberation. This is not new. There's a community known as the NGL, Nonviolent Global Liberation. And Mickey Kashtan is my teacher. She's the creator of it. I love her. She's one of my mentors. She and I have like a kind of a strange relationship, a close one. And I think my mother wound has been projected on her because I screamed and yelled at her a couple times in front of everyone. And she's offered to do whole sessions with me. I should, but she hasn't returned my emails. Ooh, you guys should reach out to Mickey Kashtan, MIKIKASHTAN, Kashtan. She's the creator of NGL, Nonviolent Global Liberation. I would love to do a live with her. And this is not new, global liberation. There's awakeners like me. See, Mickey Kashtan is not aggressive enough for me. I'm just like, come on. Because there's a lot of like things that NGL does. Number one is if you don't want to pay, you don't got to pay. So I do agree with that. They believe in gift economy. And you don't have to pay. But there's things that I don't believe in that they do. And just like subtle ways that they conform to market economy and government where I'm like, we need more resistance. And we need more truth. And we need more self-actualization. And this way of being is still hurting us. And we can do more. And most of it involves speaking radical truth. And not conforming. And they're scared. They're like, no, we must conform and don't speak too much radical truth. And that I don't agree with, and neither did Marshall Rosenberg. I love when you guys do that stuff to me. You're so cute. So that's why I created the 5 steps of global liberation. So I'd be like, the jig is up. We're going to speak radical truth. The jig is up means that domination systems hurt us. And domination system is market economy married to government. This way of being hurts us. So we stop it. We do universal. There's so many of us that are enslaved. And we believe our programming because shame is used like a weapon. And deserve language and denial of choice construe a web that we get caught in. And when we get caught in these lies of domination systems and we just deny our choice, deny our power. Like, I want to go to Trader Joe's when it's really crowded, goddess. I want to do speeches at grocery stores. Like, this is what's important to me. I want to be in more resistance. I do. I want to start speaking up, because if we all stop getting our food there and we come together and we figure out how we're going to get our food, I'm pretty sure everyone in Trader Joe's wants food. So let's figure out how we could get food so we're not in Trader Joe's. And I'll let them know that, listen, if you don't go here, it'll eventually be donated to us. And we can grow food with the donated food. We can hunt and get rid of all the factory farms. It's not right what they do. The only good thing is Tyson Meat Company bought all their competition, so they didn't add new companies. They just bought out their competition. So what's good about monopolies is then you don't overflood the market with too much meat. Do you get what I'm saying? By Tyson buying out all of the other meat companies and controlling the market, they're making it so they don't have to make new meat companies. Because they're buying old ones, so they don't have to build new ones. So this is actually helping us. They're actually helping in the past 15 years. I think they've acquired 47 big, huge meat companies. So that means if the meat farms are buying other meat farms, that means they're not expanding by building more meat farms, which means they're not having all of these baby chicks born into a world with no parents in hell on earth. And it's horrible. They die. It's just, they suffer so much. And then to be able to eat them, for them to grow up and live, they have to be pumped with so many antibiotics, and the feed is not healthy. Whatever these animals are eating is not healthy. How on earth do we think that when we eat them, it's going to be healthy? If the vegetables we eat, they may have color, but that's because the color is put into them. Trust me, if you do your research, you'll find this. It's put into salmon. They color meat. They color all different things. If meat is old, they'll put red dye. They'll do all kinds of things. And they, unfortunately, is us. So I'm going to say we from now on. It's us, because don't want us to get angry and upset. I want us to feel empowered, because if we're doing it, then we can say, no, I would rather have meat that is delicious and wild. I would rather have meat that poops on the earth and then eats from the same earth, so that the earth communicates with the excrement of this creature and then uses that information, and the feedback that it gives is in the form of delicious nutrition, and the nutrients are specific to this creature, because Earth loves us so much, and in turn we must love her. In turn we must care for her and use kindness and treasure her. And we do this by treating all of our brothers and sisters, the bugs and the animals and the birds and the ocean friends, all of whom are our brothers and sisters, with love and care and kindness. And this means that our food will be more delicious. When we have a fish, it will be more special. It will never be the same fish all the time. We will have different kind of fish all the time. Different kind of meat all the time, because there's so many different animals. Let's just eat all the different animals. And guess what? A lot of us will choose to just eat fruits and vegetables because there's so many, and that's fine. Others will choose to eat an animal because they're sharing it with the predators. And it's not just humans eating meat. So it's not like, I don't want to kill an animal. Okay, well, the lion's eating the meat, and the dog's eating the meat, and whoever else is eating the meat, go share. Like, what about that shark right there? He's not going to eat all that. Go have some. And that's what I want. I want us to share. Just like the wolves in the YouTube video, many other videos, you could see this beautiful video that someone captured. I couldn't believe it. There's these two bears. One of the bears goes up to a pack of wolves and tries to take the kill that they're eating, and the other bear, instead of backing up his friend, stays back. And those wolves chase that bear off, and the other bear stays low and creeps over, kind of like, dude, that other bear got nothing to do with me. I'm cool. I love you guys. I would just want to share a little bit. And you want to know something? Bears eat way more than wolves. You think they're thinking about that? They don't even look at this bear. They ignore him. All they do is they part. They make room for the bear. And then they all eat the carcass, which, by the way, was probably enough for the other bear too. It was a huge carcass. And instead of just staying low like the ocean, which is more powerful to stay low, the bear tried to use force and control, which puts the bear at risk. Puts all of us at risk. There's really not reward in violence. It's not that rewarding. So, discharging violence feels fun if we do it beautifully. Like when we were having a yell-a-thon. Remember this morning we were kind of yelling together? Yeah, he was yelling. I started yelling. we came and yelled over here where there's like a parking lot and some businesses, and above the restaurants there's offices. It's like it's not gonna hurt that many people here.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Have you saw the clip of the shark that's larger than a cruise ship?
That sounds cool.
Have you saw it?
No.
No. It was on Princess.
A megalodon.
On one of the sites on Princess. It covered everything. I don't know where it was filmed at, but they was on the street, like a sidewalk and a rail, and this shark as large as a cruise ship came up there and took a whole van, swallowed it up and went back in the water.
Dang.
Then people took off, right like a motherfucker. A shark as large as a cruise ship.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Well, that is awesome. Well, I want us to have all the creatures. I believe that we're the ones that are meant to pollinate the earth. That we're the ones that are meant to be like the sex organs, where we take the different creatures, put them all over. Who's to say, oh, don't take the species here? Well, we've got a problem with snakes in Florida. I'm pretty sure that there's creatures that eat snakes. I'm pretty sure that there's a way to bring balance, and that the reason that the snakes are not the invasive species, that it's the humans. And that the humans are actually the invasive species because there's not a balance of other animals. So if we make humans not evasive, and if we make mice not invasive, and we make snakes not invasive, it doesn't mean humans or snakes or mice are bad. Because here in California, we enemy image the mice. In Florida, I guess it's the snakes in the Everglades. So instead of the enemy imaging, some of us want to enemy image humans. We could just say, hey, all of us are lovable. And let's biodiversify the earth and be like the sex organs and take all of the creatures all around the planet. So that it's not like, oh, we don't want to like do this imbalance and hurt the planet. No, like you're already being like weird, humans. You're hurting the planet. Stop it. You guys are so violent. Like, just stop. It doesn't make any sense. And then we're like, don't interfere with nature. Don't feed nature. You take away all their water and food. Why are you saying don't give them food and water? What? Don't be dependent on each other. We have to be dependent on each other. We have to depend on each other. Life depends on each other. What? So when we're told lies and then we actually live these lies, when you're told that you could buy a piece of land and own that land and do whatever you want to that land, that is a lie. That's a lie. Because what you do impacts all of us. You can't do that. We can't do that anymore. So we got to stop living lies. That's what the age of light is. The age of darkness, like we think that we're out of the dark ages. Yeah, right. The dark ages is when others were living in lies and superstitions and violence and fear. And guess what? We're still living under lies and superstition and violence and fear. Like, hello? The age of light is still just, it's like peeking through. It's just coming really fast. So yeah, I mean, it's the age of light's here, but it's like we got to acknowledge, because a lot of us think like we're not in the dark age. So a lot of us got to acknowledge that, and then we can wake up. As soon as we say that we are in the dark ages, we're going to be like, let's wake up. We don't want this. The first thing that will happen is we'll take industry out of our lives. No more foster homes for children. No more workplaces for adults. No more schools in the age of information. No more resistance between giving and receiving. No more stores. From now on, we will have fellowships where, could you believe everything that's made in slave labor in assembly lines where people have to work at incredible speed? Tyson factories, they're expected to do 140 birds in 60 seconds or something crazy at the factories. It's just like, what? That's so awful for all of those creatures to die like that. They kill billions. It's like 55 billion animals here. It's just, it hurts my heart so bad. And we don't have to be doing that. We could be giving life. And the thing is like, Our world is becoming more and more populated with the animals we raise in farms and less populated with the wild. 98% of the weight of the creatures is animals we raise, and only 2% is the wild, and we're scraping up miles of the ocean from the bottom of the floor to the top of the surface, so everything in the path is dead. We're sweeping the entire ocean dead in nets, and then we're literally burning down entire forests so that everything on the earth is dying. Like, why are we killing at incredible speeds like this? For farming, for fishing, it's complete insanity. And guess what? On these fishing boats, most of the fishermen are enslaved. And this is a Chinese TikTok live stream, so sometimes these things all get like violated and stuff. Yeah. So we gotta be loving to China and loving to Asia, because they'll just like,
they'll like AI.
Oh yeah, they got control of our movies and everything. So there's like a rabbit hole we could go down on the internet, and I would say go down the rabbit hole of being empowered and becoming light. Go down the rabbit hole of universal needs and how to benefit all of life in our actions. So every time we go to the bathroom, it benefits all of life. Every time we eat something, it benefits all of life. Every time we walk, it benefits all of life. Every time we travel in a mechanism that is technology based, it benefits all of life. And there's ways that we can create, like, I'm pretty sure that the pyramids, I think that this is not disputed, they're all over the world. I'm pretty sure it's a power grid system. And that all of the pyramids together create a power grid system so we can have endless energy. And I'm pretty sure that these pyramids also create transportation, because we are in fact not only material, we are also energy. And because we are energy, we can dematerialize and rematerialize, which means we can use these pyramids, I'm pretty sure, to travel also. And this type of technology that I'm talking about, I'm saying that if we allow the geniuses of our time to be in charge and not those who lead with votes and money, like the popular or the rich, like, no. I want the geniuses who know how to love Earth, who know how to love food, who know how to love our body, who know how to love Earth's body. I want those who care a lot and those who are superheroes. They're meant to do the most work. There's not that much work. We're all meant to live in abundance, and there's not that much work. There's only play. Fishing is so fun. Imagine how many kids would love to go on a day of fishing. Why are we enslaving people to go fish in Thailand? Like, why are we enslaving people to build toys when there are children who would love to build toys? It would be so much fun. It would be such an activity. Like, once a year, like, maybe you guys all, or twice a year, whenever you feel like it, you're like, hey, you want to build a toy? If a kid wants a toy, they could go build a toy. All they got to do is just, like, go on the internet and be like, I want to build a toy. And because everything's done from willingness, someone will send them a toy to build. Or maybe there will be willingness that someone already had a toy and they want to give it to that kid. And there will be so much technology that drones will be powered by the sun and delivery will be free. Like, why are we charging for delivery? Why are we charging for food? Why do we charge for shelter? These are our universal needs. And the 5 steps of global liberation means that we do our universal needs. We don't do market economy and government. That's what's up. Have some love juice. I'm going to unlive stream and I'll start it in a little bit. I love you, Duba Scoopa Doodles. Think about how lovable you are. You're so lovable and sweet.